After 2 years of deadlock, Lebanon's parliament has elected a new president.
Joseph Aoun. Joseph Aoun.
And with that, Army Commander Joseph Aoun won enough votes to win the office. It was the 13th time MPs had voted on this matter. Lebanon has been without a president since Michel Aoun's term ended in October 2022. Lebanon's newly elected president is speaking right now. There you go in Parliament. Let's take a listen.
Way up over here on this hillside,
in all aspects of judiciary and to develop the work of the judiciary and the formation of judiciary based on effectiveness and capabilities and transparent. And we will make all the terms of taking the actions in the legal procedures easy and simple. We will encourage investment. We will fight corruption. Also, I pledge not to accept any law that is contradicting with the Constitution. I will play my role with all fairness and objectivity and within my rights of doing this. I will leave the Parliament and the Cabinet to consider their own matters. I will call for parliamentary consultations in order to have a Prime Minister that will be a partner, not an opponent. We will practice our capabilities. We will do our own things in order to have the freedom of the country and to have the justice everywhere and to have democracy all over the country everywhere. And we will be updated. We will ask everyone to be updated regarding what happened in the past so as not to repeat in the future. To the Cabinet and to the Parliament, I would like to say that we will consider so many jobs in the public affair and public sector. And the organizations and the formations will be there in order for the country and for the organization of the people to live in dignity, and in order to hire those who know better for every part and for every job. No centralization. And we need to administer all the affairs of every organization, and no one must be worried to say whatever he wants or whatever she wants. We need to protect the producer and we need to protect the consumer. We need to have good plans. We need to have a fair budget. We need to know how to administer our financial affairs. We need to offer quantitative services to the Lebanese people in order to keep the dignity of the Lebanese people, to boost the economy and to create jobs. As the leader of the Defense Council and the High Commander of the Armed Forces, I will make sure that the country and only the country will carry weapons. A country, a state that will invest in the army in order to control the borders and in order to have our own borders, north and south, our sea borders, no trafficking. We will fight terrorism and we will keep the integrity of the Lebanese territories. We will apply the international resolutions. We will respect the truce agreement. We will prevent the Israeli aggressions on the Lebanese territories. Our army will have a doctrine. an army with a fighting doctrine, defensive doctrine, that protect the people, fight according to the terms of the Constitution. I will do whatever it takes for the security forces to be able to do their job, because they are a main tool of having the security in this country. I will ask for discussing the defense self-strategy as part of the country's strategies when it comes to the diplomatic domain, economic domain, military domain, in order for the Lebanese country again, to get rid of all the Israeli occupation. We will do what it takes in order to reconstruct what has been destroyed by Israel in the south. Beqa, Dahia, the southern suburb of Beirut, and everywhere in Lebanon, with all transparency, because we believe that our martyrs are the spirit and soul of our will, and our sovereignty will be always kept. We will keep our sovereignty and our independence. The unity is the guarantor to keep us alive. And it is the right time now to make sure that Lebanon is the one that we will invest for. We need not to depend on the foreign powers against each other. I pledge that we will all be adhering to reject the Palestinians to stay here forever, because we need the Palestinians to return back to their countries according to the two-state solution based on the Arab Peace Initiative. Also, the Lebanese country, the Lebanese nation, has the right to practice its power on all the Lebanese territories, including the Palestinian camps, and to keep the dignity for the Palestinians there inside these camps. I also pledge to have best relations with the Arab countries based on the principle that Lebanon is an Arab country. We need to build strategic partners with the Gulf countries, North Africa, and we will prevent any conspiracy against their regimes. We will practice the policy of non-alignment, and we will never export anything but the best products, the best industries. We will attract tourists and the Arab investors and foreign investors in order to cope with this trend, and we will have very positive manpower that can help everywhere. The regional developments are quick, and we have a historic chance to have a historic dialogue with Syria, head-to-head dialogue with Syria, in order to sort out all the problems between the two countries. Particularly the respect of the independence and sovereignty of both countries to control the borders and non-interference in any of the internal affairs of these two countries. The missing people file will be discussed, and sorting out the problem of the displaced people. Sorting out the problem of the displaced Syrian people, because it has circumstances on the existence of Lebanon. We will cooperate with the brothers in Syria and the national community to sort out this crisis without any negative aspects, and to cooperate with the common government, with the parliament, to put a clear-cut mechanism that can be applied in order to return them back to their country. We will have an open policy towards the East and the West, and we will have alliances, and we will help and boost the relations between Lebanon and the brotherly, sisterly countries and the national community based on the mutual respect to keep and respect the sovereignty and the freedom of taking decisions in Lebanon. Every Lebanese outside the country will be always proud of his country, the way that we are proud of them all. They need to vote. They have the right to vote. They need to be loyal to every country, town, and village and city in Lebanon. Those who want to come back, they are most welcome. Those who can, they are most welcome. And the permanent immigration must not be there most of the time. We will cooperate with the government in order to develop the laws of elections for the sake of giving a chance to everyone to take the responsibility and to have the right representation, transparency, liability. We will work together to have the national transition of laws in Lebanon. In order to reduce the burdens on the citizens and to boost their sustainable development and comprehensive development. I will adhere to the free economy, personal ownership, private ownership, where we will always be under the same law, and banks that are working hard without restrictions, no secrets other than the professional secrets of the banks. And at the same time...
OK, you've just been listening there to Joseph Aoun. This is Lebanon's latest and new president that's just been voted in. Let's go to Zeina Khodr, who's live for us in the Lebanese capital, Beirut. Zeina, Lebanon's newly elected president says the country is now entering a new phase. What does he mean by that?
Well, during his acceptance speech, he did focus on building the state. He also focused on building the army, the role of the army in the future of Lebanon, good relations, Lebanon being a sovereign state. There is no doubt the election of Joseph Aoun is a new era in Lebanon. It was a long road to reach here. The parliament met for 12 times. Today was the 13th time in more than 2 years. And the only reason, and many will tell you this, not just observers, but the members of parliament themselves, that if it wasn't for the changes, not just in Lebanon and the region, then it wouldn't have been a smooth election. So the balance of power has changed. You have Israel's devastating war on Lebanon, not only weakened Hezbollah, but at the end of the day, this country needs billions of dollars of reconstruction money, and that money won't come in until Lebanon elects a president that the international community believes is reform-minded, outside what they believe is a corrupt political class. So Joseph Aoun really is a favorite candidate of the international community, but there is no doubt he does enjoy support here. So you had that shift in the balance of power. Hezbollah and its allies did not vote for Joseph Aoun in the first round, but they did in the second round after they met him. They too sent a political message. Their message was, no, we were not defeated. Yes, we may not be able to impose our candidate. Their candidate withdrew late on Wednesday, but we cannot be ignored. And something really, another important message from Joseph Aoun during his acceptance speech was that no one should be defeated, because this is a country where there's a deep internal divisions, political sectarian divisions. If one community feels that they have been left out, then there cannot be a civil peace. This country does not work or does not function if there is no consensus. Now, it would seem 99 votes that there is consensus among the different political blocs in parliament, but in reality, there was intense international pressure to bring about this election. So the internal divide has not been fixed. Instead, there was political maneuvering with foreign envoys visiting the country in recent days. But no doubt this is a new beginning for Lebanon. And those were the words he chose, the new era. This is something we've been hearing over the past 24, 48 hours, that Lebanon is entering a new era.
OK, thanks very much for that latest update there. Zeina Khodr, Lebanon has now a new president, Joseph Aoun.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get latest news from Al Jazeera.